Today we're gonna make a Swedish classic, pork pancakes with lingonberry jam. And while doing some research about the Swedish pork pancakes, kind of hard to find information. What I did find though is that the French has a similar version of this, but they add onion, garlic and parsley to the dish. There are some variations when it comes to cooking this Swedish pork pancake. I like to have salted pork, fried up and then throw it in the pancake batter. You can make a vegetarian version if you skip the pork and just make pretty much a thick pancake served alongside with lingonberries. That's also okay, but I love pork, so I'm gonna stick with a salted pork belly. It gives a nice saltiness and a nice pork flavor, and the lingonberry jam really complements the whole dish together when it's cooked. So without further ado, this is my version of the traditional Swedish pork pancake. The first thing we do is to start the oven. 225 Celsius, or if you live in the US and A, 435 Fahrenheit. And now it's time to grate the pancake batter. And the recipe for that is pretty straightforward. 5 deciliters of milk or 1.5 cup. 4 whole eggs. And last but not least, 3 deciliter of wheat flour or 1 cup. And get your apron ready and your whisk out because it's whisping time. Whisking? Well, anyway, we're gonna stir everything together in a big bowl. And don't cheat on this part. It's really important to don't have any wheat lumps in our pancakes in the end. And once the batter is silky smooth, it's time to add the extra cream. It gives a nice fluffiness to the whole dish and also a nice flavor. Since we're gonna add the salted pork in later, we don't need that much salt, but we need a pinch. I wouldn't go as far as say that this is a Swedish version of carbonara, but the black pepper is really important in this dish as well. So 1 or 2 pinches of black pepper, preferably fresh grounded. Now it's time for our pancake baby to take a rest while we cook the pork. And no, I'm not using bacon, but it's easy to get fooled. It's from the same part of the pig, the pork belly, so to say. This is though not smoked, it's just been lying in a salty brine and a little bit thicker cut. Since it's a little bit thicker cut, it adds a nice texture and crunchiness to the whole dish when cooked. And chop it up in smaller pieces and throw it in the pan. Let's check the temperature. Just kidding, you need to have a cold pan to begin with. This will help the fat to render out more easy. You gotta love the smell of frying up pork belly. Such a wonderful smell. Now when the pork is nice and crispy, throw everything together in your oven container. I'm using here a glass one, and be sure to drip in all the fat as well and cover the sides. This will help the pancake to not stick to the sides and easier to take out later. It's really hard to find any dates how old this dish is. It's not really hard to imagine that the farmers back in the days here in Sweden had pigs, they had chickens, they had milk and they had wheat flour. And that's all you need to create this dish. And throw it in the oven for around 25 minutes or until it's golden brown. And here we have it, the lingonberry. The most Swedish berry there is. You can eat it pretty much everything and all dishes. We're gonna make a quick version here, just stir it up with some sugar and after that it's pretty much good to go. And if you don't have access to frozen or fresh lingonberries, you can always go to your local IKEA shop and buy them there. And when it comes directly straight from the oven, it's really mountainy, fluffy, just rest it for a few minutes before cutting it up. Create a more firm and even pancake. So here we have it, the Swedish traditional pork pancake. It's soft in the middle. On the sides is really crispy, sweet and savory, and one of my favorite comfort food of all Swedish dishes there is. So without further ado, let's get eating. Here we have it, the the traditional Swedish pork pancake, dressed with lingonberries. If you want to learn more about Swedish food and food from around the world, consider subscribing. It really helps me out. Leave a like and a comment down below. I wish you a great day.